Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday afternoon. I guess it's not morning. Sunday afternoon, October 9th, 2022. And I am so glad that you are here in my crafting studio today. I hope everyone had a fantastic week last week. My week didn't start exactly how we wanted it. Yeah, nothing like a Monday morning, 8:30 in the morning text that says Matthew was in Iraq, he's okay. Whew, I'm gonna tell you, when you live in Texas and your baby lives in Georgia, that's not a very easy text to get. So luckily he's okay. His car is not, so we will be looking for a new car in the near future. Once we figure out insurance, it wasn't his fault, so that was very good. But I'm still having to get a new car for him, and that is not what I wanted, but it's all good. He's okay, and that's all that matters. He works for a wonderful company called Pine Cove, and they are letting him use one of their vans until he gets a new car, so we are so blessed to have that in our life. So let's think about this. Now, when we think about that, we think about, okay, that's a lot of money that I'm going to be spending. So when I'm thinking about cards and thinking about designing cards, I want to make sure that when I buy something, I'm getting my best bang for the buck. And when I go through, especially the mini catalog that is the July to December one, there's a lot of Christmas stamps in there. And I have to be real careful about when I buy that. And I've said this before, I want to make sure that my stamp and dies or whatever I buy can be used all year round. So I'm going to do that with a set that when I first looked at it went, well, it's 100% Christmas. But you know what? The dies aren't, and some of the other things in the stamp set aren't. So I decided to make that into a card that, again, can be used all year round. And I'm going to be using some paper that is my absolute favorite paper. I think it's my favorite paper Stampin' Up's ever had. I love it, so I'm very excited. So let me go ahead and flip the camera, show you the card, and show you what we're gonna make today. All right, let's see. How do we look? How do we look? All right. All right, there we go. So here is the card we're gonna make today. And it says, sending many thanks for all you do. This is the Happiness Abounds stamp set, and the dies that go with it, and I'm also the paper that goes with it. This is a suite that I absolutely love. Now this background is a die, and this actually goes with the Sweet Candy Cane suite. So here is the stamp set, which, hey, it's Christmas, right? May the good times today become cherished memories of tomorrow. You can use that all year round. So I love that. This little sprig right there, absolutely all year round. The rest of it, yep, it's pretty Christmas. And then we're gonna look at the dies. The dies are the candy cane dies, okay? I'm gonna show it to you. There's two parts to it. It has this background set. And now I put mine on, I always put it on magnets sheets, but this is the, I guess I should turn it like that. This is the background set that we're gonna use today, which I love. And then it's got two candy canes that cut these candy canes out. It's got leaves, and it's got a beautiful little tag thing. Again, all year round use. You can use leaves all year round, and you can use this all year round. So for me, this was worth it. I could justify my purchase and know that what I was doing was gonna grant me money that was just not just at Christmas. So that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna look at this. All right, so this right here is Designer Series paper. This card was rattling around in my head for quite some time before I really figured out what I wanted to do. And then last night in the middle of the night I went, oh, I can use the Happiness Abounds paper, my favorite paper. That's what I can do. That's what I'm gonna do. So I went and got out my paper, and I realized that I have used almost all of the first package of this paper. And I'm gonna show you this paper in just a minute, but I wanna show you what it has with it. So this is another bundle So it has this Happiness Abound set, and I love this set because it has flowers and words. You can do everything with this one set. And then it has the dies, which I love, and it gets even better, okay? So it has these cute little side dies. It's got all these that you cut out, and then it's got this great little background. But not only do these cut out these flowers, all of these flowers and bundles, okay, every single one of these gets cut out right here. But these also cut out the flowers on the DSP, which is exactly what we're gonna do today, okay? So let me show you the designer series paper. I'm gonna tell you, this is just my favorite. Okay, I had to get a new package out because this right here, this is what's left of my first set of the paper. And I have all the scraps. Every single one of these can get cut out. And you can see, like right here, look, like this piece of paper right here. Yep, you might think I could throw that away, but I'm not going to, because I can still use that. I can still cut that out. I can still cut that out. I might want these cute little things right there. So I am not throwing this away. I'm gonna use every doggone bit of my paper as I can. So no, I don't throw this stuff away. So that goes in here. But I'm gonna show you the paper. So here it is. Okay, take this off. So every bit of all of our designer series paper it's two-sided. And on this set, I like both sides of every single piece of it. So there's this one. You can do so much with it, okay? And then it has these cute little rainbow swirly jig cross things. So that's really beautiful. So that's the first one. Hold on. Here's the second one. Again, that you can kind of see that. But look at this. I love this. This makes a gorgeous background. There's so much you can do with this. I have used this so many times. So that is this one. Now here is this one. Now the dies don't cut this out, okay? They don't cut this paper out. It's got these adorable little flowers on the back. All right. Then there's this navy. I love navy. I could use navy every day. And then it's got another one of these. I just think this makes a beautiful background paper. So there's that. Then there are these. These all cut out with your dies. This flower, this flower, this flower, and this flower. All these flowers, and this one, that's over here. They all cut out. And this one, all of them. These leaves all cut out. So you can cut that out. So it has it in the Bermuda Blay, the Pool Party. They've got it in Gorgeous Grape, nope, Night of Navy, Gorgeous Grape, and Fresh Freesia, I think. All right, here's the back. Love this. You know I love that background. Then you've got this side. You've got Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, Delightful Daffodil, and Daffodil Delight, and So Saffron. So you've got that, and then again, you've got this gorgeous background paper. Seriously, I think this paper is just stunning. I bought 2 more of this set because I went through it so fast, so I love it. Now, what I've done, I went ahead and did some of the cutting out already. So I've already cut out, and we're gonna do the Gorgeous Grape this time because I thought let's have a little bit of variety in our lives. So I've already cut out some flowers and a couple of leaves, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna how I'm gonna cut those out with this piece of paper because I needed 1 more of these and I had them right there. I said, I'm not gonna cut in another piece of paper till I use all that I have. I have to be frugal. I have to get all the money I can out of my paper. So I'm gonna move this to the side. Now we're gonna, again, do the Tetris move. We're going to cut this on this piece of purple. And we're gonna cut this flower out all at the same time. So let me go get my cut and emboss, and we're gonna do that right now. Okay. So here is my cut and emboss. I don't think I could live without it. Now, anytime I'm doing something like this, I always build it onto my thing. Well, I've got that messed up, don't I? Woo! All right. All right. So here I've got plate 1, plate 2 with something on it, 1 plate 3, and then I've got ready to do plate 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. I do want to make sure this is straight. I have cut this to 5 1/4 by 4 because I'm going to mat it on a piece of white. This is a little bit smaller. I want to try to get that as straight as I can because I'm not cutting it after I do that. Now, if I want to make sure that I get it straight, I can always put a piece of washi tape on there. Just, well, don't move it when you put it on there, Amy. Just to kind of keep it straight, okay? Oh, I'm terrible at that. Okay, so now I'm just using this piece of paper. I'm gonna do it like this because I just want to use that. And I'm gonna get my Happiness Abounds. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing here, right? Can you see it? Okay, good, I hope. All right, so I'm gonna get out the leaf that matches, okay? So I'm gonna put it on there and I'm gonna get it on there as well as I can. This, you always wanna put a piece of Post-it note or washi tape or something. So I'm gonna put this on there. I'm gonna try to get it on there as good as I can. And I'm gonna put my washi tape all the way over it because I wanna make sure that doesn't slide when I do it. All right, so I'm gonna put my number 3 piece on here and I'm gonna roll this through. Roll it through. The popping is okay, not to worry. Okay, so here we go. And now what I have is, this comes off, okay, just like that. And then I have that cut out. All right, and I'm gonna save this. It's going back over here because I'm not getting rid of it. And then I wanna get all the little pieces off of this. So we're gonna take this off, okay. Now I've got lots of little pieces in here that I'll get off in a little bit. Okay, and then I want to get all of them out of here. So I'm just gonna pull these out. Now, let's be honest. We can do some cute stuff with this. So don't get rid of this. This is, you know, we can do stuff, all right? Don't get rid of it, save it, put it in your scrap pile, and use those pieces later because trust me, you never know. Maybe not these, but maybe these thicker ones I think you can always use. All right, so let's start building our card. I started with a piece of thick white cardstock. Anytime I use, anytime I do a, use white as the base, I try to use the thick just because it's thicker and it does better. If you don't have a scoring blade on your cutting, if you don't have the cutter that has a scoring blade, here's what I teach people. Put your fingers right here, okay, and then make it. That's how you butt it up against your nails, and then put these fingers in the corner and press hard. Then go out, and it didn't work. Thick is a little harder. All right, and then make your T. Always use your bone folder, okay. Always use that bone folder to get that to stay down. All right, then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna turn it over. There really is kind of a right side and a wrong side to this because you can kind of see the cuts a little bit. I don't know, that's just me being funny. I'm using my green glue. Thank you, Solo. And you can use, do whatever way you want. We do have the thick little precise thing, but you know, I think you just add a little bead all the way around, okay? This is thick glue. I mean, this stuff stays. You don't need a ton. And then just go down these. Just do a real quick little jiggy, all right? And there you go. All right, so there is this. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it on here as centered as possible. So I wanna center that down. And I'm gonna tell you, purple is outside, Gorgeous Great, this is outside of my comfort zone. I don't know why I don't use purple very often. I love the color, but I just don't do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use purple. I'm gonna use that. All right. So then I did a couple little pieces here because this was just a little too busy. It was too much for me. And honestly, I did see this, a version kind of this card online. I can't remember who I saw it from or where I saw it, but I don't know if this is, they didn't use the Happiness Abounds, but I think I saw that in my head. All right. So these are 1 1/4 by 4. All right. So these pieces are going to fit on the sides. Again, I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to go around there. Okay. And I'm going to put it on each side just like that. I have got to get new blades on my cutter. I'm kind of doing, all right. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna put this here. I tried 1 1/2, nothing felt right. This felt right to me. If you wanted a little thinner, do it a little thinner. If you wanted a little thicker, do it a little thicker because it's your card. I think I made that mistake when I was a demonstrator a long time ago, and I used to do Stamp Club. I think I didn't allow people to do what they wanted. It's your card. You do what you want to do. It's your card. So that's something I have learned. All right. So now I'm going to look at these. I'm going to bring these in, and I'm going to kind of see. I'm going to use dimensionals because I love dimensionals on these. So 2 I think is too many. I cut 2 because I was in a cutting extravaganza. So I know I want that big one right there. And I think I'm gonna do this little guy here, okay? Because this guy's smaller, he's gonna go here. And then, let's see, I think I did that at the top because I liked like that. And then this little guy will bring kind of down here, maybe. And then this guy, maybe here. Let's see about that. Okay, so that's kind of my layout. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my dimensionals, okay? And I don't need to use nearly as many dimensionals as I use. I know that, but you know what? Sometimes you just do it. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Okay, all right. Let's cut right to the edge. The cutter on that must have been a little off, but that's okay because I think that's actually going to work to my advantage when I get to the ends because I will use these ends. Okay, so let me turn this over. I'm just going to use 1 right there. And on these, I think you can just use 1 and let's see. 1. Let's not get crazy, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do this one first because I always like to do my largest first. Maybe I should have done 1 at that corner, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. All right. That and that. Okay. I think I want 1 right there. Yeah, I want 1 right there. That's just gonna bug me. I know nobody will know but me, but you know what? I'll know. I don't want to do that. All right, so he's going to go right here in that corner. I felt like he needed to be up. Okay, and then this guy is going to go with him. So I'm going to put him right there. All right. And I do have a reason for doing this before I do this. I just like to. Okay. All right, so this guy's gonna go on the top. All right, and if you're mailing this, if you're sending out in the mail, you may not want to use all the dimensionals. And you know what? You don't have to. It is okay. Because that guy went a little bit high right there. I probably could have not used that dimensional, just used some tape there. But I didn't, so there you go. All right, and I want this here because I want it to show on the purple. All right, so there is that, and let's do the bottom corner. All right, I'm gonna do him like that. And then this guy is gonna be right there. All right, so I like that. I think that looks good. All right, now I'm going to do my sentiment. And like I said, I loved, uh-oh, where's my piece of paper? Oh, all right, well, you know what? I don't know where my piece of paper went, so I'm gonna cut another one. I've got this, I've got a piece of white. I'm cutting this at 3/4 of an inch, okay? It's a little bigger than I need, and that's okay. I like to have it a little bigger because you can see I'm gonna be doing, making these, using the corner punch to make those cuts. So I need it a little larger than what I think. Okay, so I've got Gorgeous Grape, all right, and I've got Sending Many Thanks for all you do. I always need thank you notes. I send thank you notes because I think it's important for people to know how much you appreciate them. So I always try to send thank you notes, especially for our PTA. I love, they do so much for us. And, all right, that looks so good. And I just like them to know that I appreciate them because, you know, our PTA is just fantastic. And so I do, you know, every time they do a luncheon for us or anything like that, I always try to send them a thank you note. All right, so I've got this. Now, I'm gonna use this punch right here. I did not buy this punch at the very beginning. This punch is in the mini catalog, the July to December mini catalog. I didn't really quite get it at first, but then I saw it in use, and I think I just didn't even see it the first go through. But once I saw it in action, I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's got a little tag builder. If you want to make it in things in a tag, you can do different corners. So what you do is and I'm gonna do it like this, of course. I want to go this way because I want my line to go this way. And I think this stamp really works well for that because it does have that. All right, so I'm gonna put it in here like this, and hopefully, all right, so there's that one. And I'm gonna nip this off just a little bit with my cutter. So I'm gonna pull my cutter out. I don't a lot of times, put measurements for my sentiments. Usually I stamp the sentiment and then I cut around it because I have found that I'm not good enough at that. All right, so again, I'm gonna do it the same way because I want it to go this direction. All right, so I'm putting it in this way. If you want it to go the other direction, well, put it in the other direction, and that's the cool thing about that. All right, so then you've got that. Oh, look at that, and they're even nice little corners. I don't know, I just thought that worked with these lines. I just thought that really fit this look, okay? And again, dimensionals, because I love them. All right. Take those off. And then I'm gonna put them right in here. So then, and I wanted to do that first because I want this to go over this just a little bit. I wanted this to fit underneath that. So I like that. I really like that card. Now, I did not originally put on any bling, but I think that we should put some on. And I got some out. I have this one, which is the Glossy Dots assortment. And then this is the adhesive back sequins. And I was thought about those, but I just think that's not quite the color. All right, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do these, okay? I just think we've got to add a little bit of bling, a little bit around here. So come on, it's cute. I definitely want, let's do one right there. I think I'm gonna put a little one on this right there. Cute. Always like to do 3, so let's do a big one maybe over here, okay? Just a little bit of added extra to kind of fill something in that corner. Maybe I should have put the big one there. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I think it's pretty. I like it. Okay. So I love this card. I really do. I think it is so pretty, but I'm just gonna add just a little bit on the inside, okay? We were kind of talking at our team meeting the other day about watercolor pencils and blending pens. And so I kind of wanted to, thought, oh, you know, I don't use those very often. I'm gonna get them out and use them on here. So I'm gonna do a little stamping right here. And I've got this flower right here, and I've got the leaves, okay? And I'm gonna color them with the watercolor pencils, but I'm gonna use Stays On ink so it doesn't bleed, okay? When you have your Stays On ink, make sure you keep this because it helps it from drying out. So I'm gonna tap this on here, and I'm gonna tap it right here in the center. I'm gonna do kind of like that right there. There. And then I wanna put leaves on it. I'm gonna immediately clean this because Stays On does tend to, it'll stay on the thing, and it's okay, doesn't matter. It'll stain a bit. All right, so now I'm gonna add these, but I don't want the whole thing. I really don't. So what I did was I used the die cut, and I used a Post-it note, and I die cut this shape so that I can just put this right on here. And I die cut it out of a Post-it note. I don't want anything too thick because I want, I want to make sure that I get the leaf to come, but I just want to make sure that it looks like the leaf is coming out of it. So I'm going to kind of do it like this. Actually, let's see. Maybe I could, no, I don't want it there. I definitely want it here. So I'm going to kind of do it like this. So I'm going to stamp it, and I let that dry just probably a little bit too much, but that's okay. So there we've got the leaf coming out of it. And if I want, I talked too much. So but it's okay. I'll live. All right, we're gonna clean that off. Okay, now this is cute, but if I wanted to put another one on the other side, I could have, but I don't really want to. So, okay, so now I've got my watercolor pencils, and I'm gonna use Gorgeous Grape in Old Olive because those are the colors that are in here. I've also got my white one because I may do a little bit of shadowing in there. I'm really not that good, so let's not think I'm great enough to do that. And then I'm gonna use our blender pens. They come in a pack of 3. They are really cool and they last forever. So you'll have them for a long, long, long time. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the grape, and I'm just gonna start really just coloring in, okay? Now this really works better, and on edges, I'm gonna go a little darker, okay? And I'm gonna do this a little darker because I want that middle to have that darkerness, and then you can go lighter, okay? You don't want everything dark. All right, so I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go a little darker. Especially when you see the lines are a little thicker, then go a little darker, you know, it's okay. And then that. And I'm not an artist, and I'm sure you can tell that, but I'm no artist. But I do try. I mean, I'd love to be. I like to think I am, but I know I'm not. In my head, in my little heart, I think, oh yeah, I'm good at this. But you know what? I know I'm not. Nobody's ever said, Amy, you should become an art teacher. Been a music teacher, been a everything else, taught first and second. Now I'm a librarian, but never an art teacher. Okay, so then I'm gonna take the, and this doesn't look like much right now, does it? I'm gonna even use this tip that I've used before because I'm gonna get all the green off of it and maybe even some blue. And then I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna try to get those lines and blend a little. Now it works a lot better if you're using shimmery white or watercolor paper, okay? Because this will eventually pill up this regular basic cardstock. But I just wanted to have a little bit of something on the inside. So I decided to go with it. All right. So there's that. And again, if I wanted to add a little bit more, I could. If I wanted to add some white in here, I have to wait till it dries. Yeah, I have to wait till that dries because it's a little bit, it's still wet. All right. So now I'm going to do this. And you know, even though that didn't stamp real well because I let it dry a little bit, that's okay. I'm using olive anyway. I don't really need the black to show. So I'm just gonna go really dark on those edges and I'm gonna pull it out a little bit, okay? Let's do a little bit farther in right there. And then again, I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna get the purple off of it and do the green. You know, kind of bring those colors together and just do that. Just because I wanted this to have a little bit of this, just to kind of a nod. Oh, and look, it's the same flower. I didn't even notice that. All right, there you go. So that is my card, which I love. Here is my original in the navy because I love the navy. Now I also did another one in this because I wanted you to know that if you don't have these stamp sets, that's okay. I have the Poppy stamp set, which I love. So I also made this. And in this one, this is Sweet Sorbet, one of our in colors. And I'm in Flirty Flamingo, Pear Pizzazz, and Garden Green. But I'm gonna tell you, I have not given this color enough love. I looked at that again today and I went, oh my heavens, I love that color. So expect to see this color used again soon because I absolutely love it. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's just got enough pink and enough peach. So this color, I have not given enough love, but it is, the love is coming. So there are the 3 cards. I hope you liked them. If you liked what I did today, please click at the bottom. I'm gonna let you see my face again. All right, so thank you. If you liked what I did, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. There's a button right down at the bottom that you could, it's on this side, like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. If you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and see something you like, give her a call, give him a call, tell him you'd like to order something. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be honored to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can find all of my information in the description below. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a fabulous creative week. Go out and create something, and when you make a card, give a card. Have a great day. Bye.